Is Trump's warning of the rigged election really coming true? Some early voters down in the state of Texas claiming that their votes for Donald Trump were changed to Hillary Clinton. Election officials are now saying it was user error. They're blaming it on the people, on the voters. But could there really be trouble ahead in all of this? Joining us now is the founder of True the Vote, Catherine Engelbrecht. Thank you for joining us, Catherine. So this is a real thing. Voter fraud is really happening.
Yeah, it absolutely is happening. And I think the message to everybody that's going out to cast their votes is to make sure that, be they voting on paper ballot or by electronic machine, that in the end their vote represents who they want to vote for. And if that's not the case, that they report that immediately, because we've got to get the word out that there are problems.
Well, what do you make of the judge in Potter City saying it's your fault, it's the voters' fault?
Well, I mean, you know, there certainly could be user error. There's also a huge technology gap. I mean, we're talking about technology being used in many parts of the country that's circa 2003. Think about what we still have in our world that we would consider usable, technologically speaking, that's from 2003. It's just, we have problems and we need to fix them. And we can't forget that this is happening now because the solutions are going to take us well beyond Election Day to get put in place.
Well, some of these have gone to court. Some of these cases have gone to court. And if you look at the numbers, they're pretty staggering when you think about this. Fraud cases in the state of Texas since 2002, 89 are the number of cases that have been prosecuted in the state of Texas. 70 are the number of cases of election fraud resulting in convictions. So they can't say it's user error there. These are convictions.
Well, right. And for every conviction, you have, goodness knows, hundreds that go without conviction, because by the time you get through a multi-year process of litigation and the dollars that it takes to prosecute, you know, it's as if saying if you're speeding down the highway and you don't get a ticket, that you're not really speeding.
Right, right.
There's a lot of fraud happening.
And every vote counts, so that's why. And by the time it makes it through the court, the person's already elected or not elected. What do you do if you see voter fraud, Catherine?
Well, what True the Vote has done is put together a mobile app that you can download for Apple or Android that allows you to report your voting experience. We think that that's the most important thing you can do, is try to make sure that if you see something or that if you experience something, that you share that we have empirical evidence that will help usher in the much-needed reforms that we're going to face on the other side of this election.
All right, so in this case, if you see something, share something. What's the name of the app?
Absolutely. Vote Stand. Vote Stand.
Vote Stand. All right, Catherine, thank you for joining us. Hopefully these problems can be resolved. Thanks for what you're doing.